servants over here.
What's up? Oh, he needs a booster chair. No, you're about the same height as Tag. You're about the same height as Tag. Don't worry about it. You good.
Did you just say booster chair? Hey, Chuck, you want to make sure we're focused over here, buddy?
Ties.
Thank you for having me. I
Thank you for coming
appreciate it.
through.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming through.
Appreciate it, man.
So we have, you know,
Veteran.
someone that's here that's actually doing it. You know, like I was saying, I respect.
How do you keep changing?
I respect what you
You're
do.
messing with my emotions here.
I respect the whole sport. It's a sport.
I love the sport.
It's different. It's different from boxing. You know, it's there. And obviously, you know that.
Yeah.
But when I see people box, like I seen that Georgia St. Pierre fight. It was like probably about 2 or 3 fights ago, where he basically won the whole fight boxing. I'm like, this dude is boxing, and then I found out Freddie Roach is actually his trainer for boxing. I'm like, all right. So tell me, what's MMA all about? This is what you do.
In my opinion, MMA, you know, it's all exactly what it stands for, mixed martial arts. You know, a lot of people go in there thinking that, you know, how it originally started, where it was just like bare knuckle brawling, no holds barred.
There was two rules, no biting and no.
That was it. There was no weight class.
No eye gouging, I think
no
it was.
nothing. You know what I mean? Which I understand. A lot of people still view it as that just because it's in the cage. You know what I mean? It's still fairly new. But just like you said, GSP, I respect that guy. Actually, you know, try to, you know, mimic that guy's talent, you know, his skill. Because like you said, a lot of guys, they go in there thinking it's just, you know, haymakers and, you know, going for gold. But if you can take talent, just like you said, I grew up boxing myself too. If you have somebody like GSP where you take it and it's actually mixed martial art, it's an art. Okay. It's not just a sport. You don't do it just to do it, and you know, GSP takes it and it's an art. He perfects his craft.
Yeah. Okay.
If you have fighters like that, and that's how I try to.
The more well-rounded you are, right?
The more well-rounded you are. You know, GSP, whatever fight, same thing with John Jones. Whatever fighter they fight, they take their opponents, like, you know, I guess their best, you know, skill, and they make it so that they're better than them at it. That way, anything else they apply themselves to, like I said, it's an art. You know, you got to make it perfect. It's a masterpiece. You're perfecting your craft, yourself, your body, and everything that you're learning.
I've been watching this since day one. And I was going to mention something earlier. I just figured wait till he gets up. I've been watching this since day one. And I'm going to tell you, the first time I see MMA, my stomach turned. I'm not going to lie, my stomach turned. We're talking about Royce Gracie could not advance to the finals because he broke his hands on somebody's head. All right? My favorite, to this day, my favorite all-time tap out was Royce Gracie and Dana B. Severn. When Dana B. Severn was on top of him. Now, back then, again, like you said, no rules, clothes. It's not the way it is today. This guy wore, what is it, a Kung Fu outfit?
Gi?
A gi. He wore a gi. Now, he had homie up on his neck. Royce Gracie was up on his neck. Now, Dana B. Severn was on top of him like this. Now, this guy's legs was around him. It took some time, but what he did was so spectacular. And again, this is where all the skill comes in. He took his legs that were around his head, and he created a chokehold. And while he was on his neck, again, his back wasn't even on the ground. It was practically his neck, and made Dana B. Severn tap out while he was on his neck. That was one of the most amazing things from there. And from there, I was stuck. I was like, this is amazing.
Right,
and the Gracie family, by the way, started UFC.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they got bought out by.
So
Piggy.
Piggybacking over that though. Piggybacking over that. What's your crowning moment, or what's your favorite moment in any of the fights that you've had?
And by the way, how many fights have you had? What's your record?
Right now I'm 4-3.
You're pro?
No, I'm amateur. Okay. I'm amateur. I'm 4-3. I'm still learning. Didn't go pro yet. Like I said, I'm still learning. I guess the highlight, the best fight I had, I think was actually like my first fight. My first fight, I knew nothing. I knew absolutely nothing. I went against a kid who was supposedly a boxer and a wrestler.
Okay.
And I grew up boxing, so that was, you know, something that I was comfortable with. If I go in the ring and I'm throwing hands, I'm comfortable with that. But to get in the cage and I got to look for like a leg kick or, you know, a knee or just getting picked up and bodied on the ground, you know what I mean? That was new to me. I'm comfortable standing. So the fact that I was actually able to keep a wrestler down on the ground in my first fight, that was actually, you know, something that was just like a highlight. Like, I can really do this. Like, you know, I was proud of myself. You know, the hard work, the training that went into it. At that, you know, we got a couple times where I got to stand up and I just, you know, nice little combination, little flair here and there. So I felt a little bit, I was feeling myself a little bit, you know.
But that's what it's all about.
It is.
I've seen some amazing things in MMA, man. Showtime.
Showtime.
And you know what I'm talking, you know that move.
Which move?
The one that made him really famous, and I've been watching this kid.
Oh, okay. The,
When
off
he-
the cage.
This guy did some Matrix shit. I kid you not. He was fighting this guy. These guys had a hell of a fight going on. He decided. I think they just got up from the ground or something.
Yeah, yep.
And he decided to go do some Matrix, then run up off the cage,
Caught
do
him
some
with a
wind
nice
choke
kick.
flying kick up in the air, caught him perfect in the face. Perfect. Shortly after the fight was gone.
Knocked him.
It was. I mean, it was so amazing because no one's ever really used the cage as a weapon.
And you know what? A lot of fighters still don't use the cage. Like I like the cage, you know, just like Pettis does. Showtime. My trainer actually, the original guy I actually started getting up with. He likes to think outside the box with spinning hit, fists. A lot of people don't really do that. You see John Jones do it all the time.
Yeah, he does
You get
it
him
pretty
against
good,
you, he'll
too.
throw a spinning elbow or spinning fist. My coach does the same thing. I'll use the wall. A lot of people, when they get pinned against the wall, you see them, they just get stuck and they try to stand up. A lot of things they don't realize, you can use the cage, walk up the wall,
Yeah.
flip it, reverse it. You can use the cage as like the
You
ropes.
just can't
can
hold on
spring
to it,
off of
right?
Yeah, you just can't hold
Just
on
can't
to
hold
it.
on to it.
You just can't
Yeah,
hold
yeah,
on
do
to it.
it.
Use
So-
the cage and spring off like Pettis did. He jumped, ran up the wall, spinning heel kick.
That was
Honestly,
amazing.
if somebody's coming at me and I'll throw my secrets out there. If you're coming at me, I'm luring you. I'm baiting you in. I liked it. I put my head out.
Wait,
If
wait,
you're
wait.
coming,
Don't
I'm
tell him-
sorry.
no, don't
I'm
give him
telling
everything.
you.
everything. Don't tell him- wait, chill, don't tell him
I'm
everything.
telling it- all right, okay, all right. I won't do that then. You'll
just,
see.
Yeah, just find out. Just find
Just
out.
find out.
Just come in the
Come
ring.
in, challenge, and
That's all you
you'll
got.
find out.
Dude, what are you doing?
Hey,
But let me ask you a question though. What made you, since you said you boxed, what made you make the switch
transition.
from boxing to MMA? Is it the
actually,
height? Is it what was it, or is it the thirst for more?
actually, you know what? I was just talking, to one of you guys. Yeah, I just met him, Tim.
Tim?
I was just talking to Tim about it.
Alan Harper.
He's actually the one that you're gonna put in a submission hold momentarily.
Oh, so he's the next guy.
yeah.
I was talking to him about it. I grew up boxing, since I was like 10 years old. On and off, couple years. I joined the military.
Okay.
All right, I ended up boxing for the Marine Corps my last year.
Okay.
Yeah, when they started talking, I got up. I was like, wait a minute. No,
My brother's a veteran. I have nothing against it.
All right, but let him finish the story, guys. Can you
Why
let
do
him
you
finish?
really?
Like this is
our
guess.
segment
This
here.
is the guess.
I'm gonna start charging. You know what? Every beer you.
But Tag, he's still the guest.
He's killing
I
me
know,
though.
I know.
no, but I
One more word, he puts you in a chokehold. That's it.
I was boxing for the Marine Corps my last year, so I got paid to fight. A buddy of mine was actually competing in mixed martial arts at the time as he was getting ready to transition out of the Marine Corps. And he told me, your hands are real nice. A lot of guys at the amateur level, even the professional level, they like that. Like you said, GSP, he outboxed pretty much all of his fighters.
Yeah.
That's because it's what they like. They think it's all about the ground game. So if you can keep it from the ground, you'd have a good fighting chance. Every fight you have to throw a punch. So I figured why not give it a try. I didn't take it seriously until I want to say like 3 years ago. I had a little situation in my life where I felt I failed at something.
Okay.
And anything that I ever applied myself to, I would never give up on ever again. And it just so happened that, fighting was it.
All right.
Fighting was it. And ever since then, I've just been applying myself. Honestly, I was training by myself. I had my trainer. He didn't know much. Our team is actually called Iron Sharpens Iron. And he's real religious. He's
Iron
in
Sharpens
church.
Iron?
Yeah, Iron
That's
Sharpens
new.
Iron.
That's new.
It's new. It's new.
That's new. Yeah,
and,
that's my boy.
He took
That's my brother. So yes.
So
yes.
yeah, I mean, he teaches me. I teach him with boxing, whatever you can learn.
All right.
And like I said, ever since
You?
then,
Yeah, new. As we just said. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
the end.
He always has to find
I just didn't
He's
know he
gotta
was
find a way
into that.
to stop the flow for a minute. But yeah,
Just-
we-
That took me for a
little
twist.
pause. Look.
but that's absolutely. So that's what's up then, and that's even to know that there's a family connection because Noom since back in the day, that's my
No
brother
different ever.
for years. But that's what's up then. So then basically now you're looking at this. So any upcoming fights? What's going on?
I got to fight.
How old are you, first of all?
I just turned 27.
Okay, a little late in the game here, but go ahead.
You know what? It's never too late.
The guys started, what, 18, 19, 20, 21?
Who?
Normally when guys want to get into
Yeah,
this.
I don't think that really matters though. to be
Honestly,
honest
the
with you.
way I see it, and
I mean,
and
you
I'm
don't
just
look
thinking,
freaking 27.
I know. You know what? Let me shave this off. I'm telling you, man. You know
You would have told. Yeah, they gotta pay us first. You would have told me 21, I would have believed it easily. Easily.
Well, you know, I drink water, I eat my vegetables, and you know.
That's what I gotta start doing.
I'm telling you, it's a secret. You know,
and you gotta go
this
back
every
10
now and
years.
again.
I drink water all day at work.
gotta go
On the
back 10
weekends,
years.
well, Thursdays.
But even going to that point though, I don't think, like a lot of people look at that, like Willie Monroe's a good example. You know, right now he's 17-1. He's 27 years old. You know what I'm saying? And people will look at him in boxing years like, oh, you're old.
Yeah, you almost
In
passed your
boxing.
prime.
But I think it's all how you condition, it's all how you take care of yourself.
that's
your
all it
workout.
really is.
Well, I mean-
it's all honestly, it's all right here. I mean, anybody can get in shape. So long as you want to get in shape. Anybody can learn anything. Anybody can apply themselves to whatever they want to, so long as you actually, you know, like apply yourself to it. The human mind is capable of doing anything.
Yeah.
I don't care how old you are. You see Chuck Liddell, you see a lot of old fighters out in there, you know, not old, not calling you guys old, but you know, they're
I'm saying
older
they
gentlemen. They're old, and they still put in work. You know what I mean? And they put their body through abuse over the years. Me being in the military, you know, infantry, going overseas, my body it has taken its toll. But you know what? In my heart, I feel I can make, you know, something of this sport. And there's nothing, no one, not even my mom, no one, nothing can actually stop me from achieving my goal, honestly, within this sport.
And that's what it
Bottom
comes
line,
down to.
I don't care how old I am.
That's hard.
There's
That's what it comes down to. But not only that, but you've been boxing since you was 10 years old. You're in the military. So you've already been conditioning yourself for this throughout your entire life.
Have
Yeah,
you decided, have you ever thought about like trying to do the two of them, or is that too much?
I want to say it's too much, just because with MMA it requires a lot more focus with learning a lot of different skills with legs and groundwork and wrestling and
Yeah,
standing
you got all the disciplines versus boxing being one discipline, which is
kind of. I don't want to say boxing is 2D, where MMA is a little bit more three-dimensional, but in a sense it kind of is.
Now-
even though boxing is a lot more fast-paced, I feel at times than MMA. Just because you're constantly throwing punches,
Yeah, you're always on the
constantly
defense.
moving.
Yeah, stick
right.
and move, yeah.
With MMA, it's a little cheat where you can get on the ground, hold them. If you can hold your opponent, you can take a breather.
Yeah,
You can relax a little bit.
Yeah, that's what they do it for.
Yeah.
I've been actually very impressed with MMA and the UFC because it took literally hundreds of years. I mean, I just surprised Monroe about this. He didn't know Abraham Lincoln used to be a boxer, a bare knuckle boxer.
Yeah.
He used to be a bare knuckle boxer. I mean, we're talking about boxing went back hundreds of years to get to where it's at now, where Mayweather's making tens of millions of dollars. It's only taken about, now give it about another 10 years. Maybe less than that, but look how fast it's been what, 20 years?
Yeah,
Maybe a little bit old.
Almost, yeah.
Give or take a few years to see where MMA is at right now with a couple of decades. I mean, the future is completely
you
open.
said, not
I
even
think
that
it's really
long
going to
ago,
break open the moment they get through New York State.
It really is. Not even that long ago, you guys already realized where it was like no holds barred, no weight class and stuff like that. Honestly, there's a little debate saying that, MMA is a dangerous sport, but I feel it's like one of the more safest sports out there because there's so much more that you can do to like actually inflict pain on somebody. You have to have those regulations, and it makes it more safe rather than boxing. If you knock a guy down on the ground, he's getting to stand an 8 count. That causes a lot of trauma to the head. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
When you get him to
well,
regroup
they used to do
himself.
15 rounds back then.
Yeah.
Now it's
I know,
12.
but there's boxers that have actually died.
Exactly.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
this,
I mean,
as soon as there any sign of he's dizzy, they stop the fight. You guys see it. You guys watch the fights. They stop it. It's actually I don't want to say it's a pretty safe sport, but they make it as safe as possible.
And I agree with
It's a lot of
that.
regulations.
Listen, if you see
Yeah.
the early days compared to now, I mean, they're sanctioned. And I'm telling you, once they get through New York State, I think so many doors are going to open.
So, piggybacking off of that, do you feel that that's a detriment to you? Do you feel that that's stopping your progress because of the fact that obviously you live in New York State and this state has not embraced?
I don't think it's stopping my progress. Like I said, there's nothing, no one, anything, that anyone can do to stop me from, reaching my goal as a fighter. Bottom line, I mean, if it happens to where they legalize it here in New York State, that'd make fighting a whole lot easier for me. Just because I won't have to go out of state and try. You know what I mean? It makes it a lot more convenient. I can keep it in state. I can do fights here, shows here. At the same time, it keeps me closer to home. At the same time, like I said, I honestly really don't know the real reason as to why they're keeping it. I know they say it's a barbaric sport and whatnot.
No, I think it has to do with money. It has to do with money.
If it's about money, then the
money's gonna
people
be
who
there.
are in
It's all about
charge,
money.
they
money's
I
gonna
guess
be
they
there.
don't realize that how much money this can actually bring.
Oh yeah, and it will, and
No, but
trust me,
yeah.
it'll get there.
It'll happen.
It's already gotten to the point where it's been right there, ready to get signed.
Yeah.
And then it just gets
Unfortunately, I think we
pushed
don't get
back.
legalized before MMA does.
In New York State,
I think
don't
so,
know,
man.
You never know, but yeah, but that's something. So right now, basically, because of the fact it's not legalized in New York State, so for you to take fights, unless they're fights that are not technically MMA, you have to travel outside of the state.
For right now, as an amateur, amateur MMA is legal in New
Yeah,
York State.
Mercedes had hers last year
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was, Zeus.
amateur
Yeah, it was
MMA
Zeus.
is legal in New
Okay.
York State, but once I actually go pro, then I do have to travel outside of New York State.
Well, what I'm hoping for you, for our benefit, so that we can see you fight here, is by the time you go pro, and when do you think that is?
I set a goal. You know, I want to go pro by the end of this year. I won't have a pro fight until like, you know, middle of next year, around maybe this time next year, maybe sooner, depending on how I'm feeling. But you know, there's nothing set in stone yet. It's just an idea for right now.
All right, so that, I'm hoping by the time you do go pro, and Joe Roebuck, Louise Slaughter, all y'all that
Yeah,
actually
okay.
got some political pull,
Sure.
do what you got to do. He says sure. I'm an optimist. He's a pessimist.
I'm just saying.
What I say is make it happen. There's enough money. There's enough.
There
There's
is.
going to be enough money for everybody in the state, for politics, for everybody to be able to eat well.
I have a question. My last question, and you can continue if you have one. Do you think Anderson Silva should come back? Should he come back? Now, I've heard of the injury.
Anderson Silva, bro, you don't got a leg anymore. What are you talking
That's what I'm
about?
saying.
So
I
how can you
haven't
come
seen
back?
it yet. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
Dude, so then
I heard
how-
how gruesome it was.
how can you
But
ask
he's
that
talking about
question?
coming back.
I,
And from what I hear, I just want to. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
my opinion, I never had a broken bone in my body. If he comes back, that will have some sort of effect on his fighting game.
Yes, it will.
People are gonna go after it.
Duh. I mean, but
Dude, the human
for
leg-
him, I want him to come back. I don't think he should.
I think it's,
That's what
I don't want
yeah.
him to come back. I mean, I want to, but you know,
Oh, I
I
love
don't
his
think he
fights.
should.
I love his fights.
Yeah,
Man.
but my man, when all right, this is
I don't.
when a leg goes around the finger and it just go. No, you're not. That's not supposed to happen, man. So no. So I got a little clip here.
I can't deal with that shit, man. I can't.
I've seen that you got something on Facebook.
I don't wanna see
where
it.
on YouTube where you're kind of documenting, you know, your progress and you're documenting the beginnings and kind of. I would want to say kind of like a reality TV type thing.
Yeah. It's just me. I guess, you know, just showing the hard work. I mean, with the people that I've, you know, been, you know, fortunate enough to have in my life to help me train. They're constantly reminding me, like, dude, you're always working. You're always, what are you doing now? I'm going to work after work.
All right.
And I thought it'd be pretty cool to just, you know, share my lifestyle, like, you know, rather than asking like, why are you so tired, or why are you doing this, why are you doing this, they'll see my work and they'll see what I love and they'll see what I do, so they can understand. And in turn, you know what, I honestly, with showing these videos, I feel that it'll motivate somebody else to do it. It'll
absolutely.
you know, just, you know, positive effect on anybody else, whoever's wanting to apply themselves to anything that they do in life, whether it's fighting, acting, being a teacher. They got to see the hard work that goes behind it in order for them to continue to push themselves and, you know, reach their goals.
All right, Mike, do you have that? Are you playing? You playing? All right, perfect. Yeah, but and that's the thing. That's the reality of it, man. Is that people tend to see the outcome,
The results.
the results, but they don't see what goes into it. You know, and it's easy for someone on the outside to always look and be like, "Oh, he just won these fights. He just won these fights. He's doing this thing," but they don't realize, like, no, to get to that point, it wasn't like I just woke up one day and
Right,
said,
right.
"I want to be a fighter. I'm gonna go out there and knock somebody out."
Yeah.
It takes hard work, you know, and no matter what, you mentioned professions, you mentioned whatever it may be. It's not only MMA fighter, boxer, teacher, whatever it is that you want to do in life, you want to do it well. It takes a lot of work, you know.
It
And people
does.
always see it, so it's good. It's good that you documented that. And I think nowadays, in the day and age that we live in, with YouTube and reality TV being at the forefront.
It's all, you know, and that's another reason why I did it, just because I feel like we're so, you know, everything is just flooded upon us to where it's just like, the glamorous lifestyle, this, and that. You know, you gotta have it here, you gotta have it now. It's just like, I just like, you know what, take a step back. The reality of things is nothing goes without hard work.
Exactly. That's what it
Period.
is.
Nothing.
And
Nothing goes
if
without
anything we can leave you with today is work hard and the results.
Hard work works, bottom line. you know?
Exactly. Now let me ask you a question because I know you're Boricua. So I need to know.
Where's your Yankee jersey? That's what I want to know.
I need to know who you got for the boxing match coming up on June 7th, Martinez or Miguel Cotto.
Cotto.
All right.
Cotto.
All right, what I was saying, that's cool.
Cotto.
That's cool.
Yeah, because I don't care how good you fight. We about to have a fight here. We would have said the other one.
Remember, he said it. So if you want to put him in a hole.
I would have just grabbed. I would have grabbed the mic.
Just remember, there's always gotta be one. That's the guy right there.
I'd have used foreign objects.
But no, but definitely, any last words you want to say? Anything that you want to get out there? Anything you want to tell our
I
viewers?
guess it's like a promotion opportunity here.
Absolutely.
Hey, find me on Facebook, Magdiel Matias, on Twitter, Instagram. It's the same thing. My name, Magdiel Matias. Just type something in. You'll probably
We got your name.
find something.
We got your name up, so you're good. Your
Yeah,
name
I'm
is
new.
up
I'm
right
new
now.
to this whole social media. I
name right
look young a little bit, but trust me, I'm getting new into this YouTube and all. Ask my sugar plum over there, honey bun.
Sugar plum, honey bun.
She'll tell you. I still don't know how to work an Instagram. I just know you
She's
take
like, honey,
pictures
just
and then
I don't know what that is. Can you?
I do that. No, I do that. And I'm getting in touch. Don't
So
worry,
make sure Magdiel Matias.
Sugar plum
if
honey
you go on our Facebook post from today for Real Talk 360, there's a link
Hashtag honey
to his
plum,
page.
sugar plum.
Make sure you like his page. Make sure you follow him. And I'm hoping that in the near future we'll have you back.
Definitely.
First pro fight and many pro
Definitely,
fights.
definitely.
Good luck to you, brother.
Definitely. Thank you so much. I
That's what
appreciate it.
Thank you for coming out.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, bro.
all
You
right.
free? You free to chill? You want to chill or you
Well,
want to
know
go
what?
back?
My body needs some rest.
All right,
Hard
so
work
do-
works. So
your thing.
I might go train. I don't know. We
All
might
right.
see. We might
All right.
see.
How you gonna say I'm tired? I'm gonna go work out.
You know,